Hey there, Strongbow off the grid. The human mind and the human psyche is kind of a funny thing. Uh, I see all these videos out there. I see all the tiny house folks, these amazing cinematography and staged tiny homes that look immaculate and finished. And I don't want to do a video because mine is far from that. And instead of steering away from it for whatever reason, my fears or my view that how I'm gonna be seen, I'm steering into it. So I'll give you kind of a raw, I don't know, a raw look at some things. And I'm just making a video today. It is the day after Christmas 2020. You can see how cold it is. You can see my breath out here. In Alaska, South Kenai Peninsula, Alaska. I think the temperature's down in the mid 20s or low 20s today. Just got done waking up late and having the rest of the turkey leftovers from family Christmas over at my kids' mom's house yesterday. And I wanted to talk about a few things. There's a lot going on out there, and I woke up this morning kind of in a panic. I've been so focused on getting up to Christmas with the kids' gifts and interactions with people, and their mom, and making sure that we can pull off a family Christmas being separated, that when Christmas came and went yesterday, that goal or that line or that goal that I put out there for myself had been reached, and I had this like, holy shiza, what am I doing next? Where am I going? My business which is a massage business, is almost nil due to the holidays and COVID. So there's almost no money coming in. I've got a little bit of savings and a little bit of little investment things going on, trying to figure out the next move. And part of that is are these videos to show what my experience is living off the grid. And you can hear it, maybe you can hear it in the background running as the generator. Because I got to that point here, it's like, I think it's about 1 p.m. and I'm like, well, I need to start running some tools, figure out my day. I'm going to cut some boards and get some more of the siding done. That still needs to be done today. I'm hoping that's the goal, get some of that going. And so many folks that I know are like, hey, I want to see the inside of the place, or how's it going, are you all set up? No. No, it's full of shit. There's just so much stuff going on. I've got this thing I'm doing. I'm living out here, and it requires a little bit of sacrifice. I am going to the bathroom. Well, I'll show you. I'll take you inside here in a minute, and I'll show you around this place. And you can probably hear cars going by down the road here. I'm off the grid, and it's Alaska, and I'm near a town, but there's trees and driveways, and there's other cars, and there's people around here. There's even a business down the road. They build boats in this warehouse, and I'm not out in the wilderness per se, but I am pretty on my own. I need to go get some firewood. I don't know, maybe I'll make a video of that. Where do you go get firewood? I have to go out to public land if the weather's right, and the weather's kind of good right now. It's frozen, so the ground's hard enough, because we've had this freeze and thaw crap going on now for weeks. It'll dip down in the teens or single digits for a few days or a week, harden everything up, make everything ice, then it melts, then it rains, then it freezes again, then it snows. It's like, good God, man, this weather this year is just all over the map. So everything I'm doing is weather dependent. Now it's kind of clear outside. Well, it's not clear, it's overcast as all get out, but it's not snowing or raining on me, and I need to really take some time and do some stuff outside here. So excuse me, that's my turkey sandwich coming back, saying hello. I'm gonna take a walk over here, and I'm gonna show you a little bit what's going on. So here we have the tiny house that I'm living in. Okay, it is not complete. It is parked near a friend's house down on a lower piece of property, lower driveway. Here's the front, which I am not done with yet, but I've got my propane tank. I got a big bulk tank, and this is the backup, is the bulk tank right there. There we go. That's the bulk. I keep that one filled. That's my emergency in case I've got to quarantine or some other crazy crap goes on. Kind of like in case I can't get to the store, financial reasons or whatever. That's the backup. So that's a 100-pound tank. That should last over a month. Yeah, with the heat on in there and everything and cooking. I should last at least a month, if not more. Then I use a small tank, just like a grill tank over here. Those are the ones easy in and out from the truck or going into town and getting them filled. They last about a week, give or take. And that's heck of a lot easier than lifting that 100-pounder up and down out of the truck. So, let's go walk over here. Here's a work area. I was working on some chainsaw stuff and some wood, and it got frozen. There's just not enough space right now. There's not enough storage space and areas where I can get stuff out of cover. You know, I don't have a place to work under cover. I could build one. I could buy a easy up tent or something like that, which would probably get torn apart with the wind and the weather we've been having. So I just haven't done it. I'm just working outside. Keep things covered. My materials piles are covered with metal roofing. Some extra from this project that I'm going to probably work on another project down the road with. Here's the back side of the trailer. Here's my little generator, which you saw in previous videos on how to maintain it. And she's trucking along right now. I got the little space heater in there running. Here's the other side. So there's no siding done. There's no siding on this side. No, you got to use the other side, which is like the pretty side that everybody sees. That's where the siding is going on first. The back side. My fat bike under a tarp because I've got no place to store stuff, and my canoe. So there's no septic except what I provide, which is right now a gray water drain outside underneath the tiny house. That's where my sink water from my kitchen sink goes. Just drains out, and I use an organic soap and stuff, and there's nothing too chemically or anything gross going on down there. I'm gonna go inside. Ooh, inviting and lived in. Okay, like I've said, I have kids, and I get my kids about a week on, week off, give or take, right? So I have to have space for them, and that's the whole reason for this project. Well, a big part of it is to have a safe place for my kids and myself that I'm not paying through the nose for, that I'm not a slave to a 9-to-5 job for. And I've been that way before, and like I've said, I've done various moments of on-grid, off-grid stuff, working for the man on a 9-to-5 job and being self-employed. So I'm back to being self-employed, and I'm pulling out of the system in a big, big way. Pulling out and yet utilizing it and working within it. So that's the fine balance, and that'll be more videos later on. So, top bunk, there's a skylight up there. Ceiling is not finished yet. It is spray foamed, and if you are going to do one of these tiny houses, I cannot stress enough how amazing the spray foam insulation is. Not blown in loose stuff, the foam, the stick foam. This stuff is like glue, and it really ties this whole structure together. I was able to use lighter materials, 3/8 inch sheeting on the outside, CDX plywood, the 3/8, which it brings the weight way down, 2x4 construction, and then the exterior is Tyvek, and then the cedar. But gluing this together, man, when they spray foamed this stuff, I was up on the roof and it was shaking and it was wobbling a little bit, and the roof was fully constructed, just no metal on it yet. The metal tied it in a little bit better, but when they got done spray foaming, this whole structure was solid. So I have from floor, the corners of the floor, up, and then the ceiling is all spray foam. The floor itself is rigid foam, like hard foam, like that rigid blue board stuff, 1 inch thick. In most, well, everything between the joists, the steel joists, and then there is that foam. Then there's subfloor. I don't remember the dimensions of that. It's like 13 16ths or I don't know, something like that. It's a real thick subfloor, not an inch, just below an inch, not 3/4, just above. I gotta look it up. I don't remember what the heck it was. So there's the top bunk. There's some little staircase I made for my son, who is going to go up to the top bunk, and that's his, with a skylight, which he really likes. And you see it up there, a window with a slider and a screen. And then the downstairs bunk here below him is for my daughter. And she's got, of course, kind of a princess curtain going on. And a little cubby. And it's a pretty good sized space. I don't know if you can see it. My phone and computer stuff are in there right now, charging. Gotta have the My Little Pony stuff. Alright, so here's the front door. I need to find something besides this bubble wrap insulated stuff on this side. It's gonna stay there, but I gotta cover it with like a veneer or something. Something cool. I haven't got to that point yet. This is all function because I had to live in this thing, and like I said, it's in the low 20s I think today. And we've had weather down in the single digits. So this is a 4-season housing solution that's mobile, built onto a triple axle trailer. Over here, my little cedar table that I made with some cedar slats. And then this is a bench down here that opens up for storage. Won't get into all that because that's tools and art supplies for kids. And like I said, I'm living in this thing. I didn't want to show this video because I'm like, the place is a mess. I got crap everywhere. I don't have it done. I don't have shelves in places. Like I said, the ceiling's not done, but it is functional and it's warm. So over here is the wood stove. This little wood stove. I would like to get a different one because this one, it's adequate, but it's not really what I want. And I have a joint issue from the stove to the first chunk of pipe. I don't know who makes a wood stove opening, the flue, 5.5 inches. It's ridiculous. They make 5-inch pipe and they make 6-inch pipe. They don't make 5.5-inch pipe. So I had to cut and trim and do some sort of little splice and then use the plaster, what do they call that, the wood stove cement to seal it up. Yeah, it looks like crap. I don't like it. Back here, this is, there we go. This is my dungeon at the moment. This is my clothes, tools, boxes of things, books, my fire staff back there because I spin fire every now and again. The ladder up to my bunk and my skylight. And I have not one, but 2 windows because I'm special and I'm the dad and all that. And it's sized up there for a queen size bed. Right now I'm using this foam mat, foam kind of cushion stuff that they sell at the like camping stores or whatever. It's a big thick foam, not rigid foam, but foam pad. There we go. And I got 2 of those stacked next to each other until I can find a proper queen size memory foam that's not going to break the bank that I can actually be comfortable on. Okay, now we're going to get into the nitty gritty, right? I don't have a shower set up yet. So right now I'm using Friends showers. One of my other business deals that I do is I manage Airbnbs. So luckily in between guests at Airbnbs I can hop in the shower, take a shower over there sometimes. The shower is going to be done hopefully here in the next couple of weeks. The water situation, I have to store all the water inside. I can't have exterior water right now because it will freeze and just cause a ruckus. So this is the bathroom. Look at that, glamorous, I know. I need to put the wall up. That's happening today. The divider wall between my storage area and the bathroom. That is a bucket. That is a 5-gallon bucket with a toilet seat lid on it that they make specifically for 5-gallon buckets, and it's a great little deal. And I use compostable garbage bags right now and sawdust or wood shavings. The ground is frozen solid. Eventually, the idea is to get some sort of a composting toilet set in there, or have a composting system set up that I do myself, where I can take out just the solid waste in a sawdust configuration and bury it. You know, it's really not that toxic once you learn how to handle it and deal with it. Been doing it for hundreds of thousands of years, us humans, and somehow we made it this far without having a flushing toilet back in the day. So that's just the new advent and not practical in a tiny house. I don't care what you say, camper, RV, whatever, you're going out for a week or a weekend, flushing toilet with the chemicals in it, you can go to a dump station, sure, whatever you got to do, right? Long term, Tiny house. Alaska, it freezes. Tanks are out exposed outside. You got to heat them. You know, your holding tanks to catch the waste. And then what are you going to do? Drive this thing on icy roads to a dump station every week or two and dump it out? No, not going to work. My kitchen counter mess. I'm kind of bachelor in it, but I need shelves. So I have condiments and fun stuff here. I've got my propane 2-burner cook stove. No oven yet. I'm debating either Dutch oven, which I have, which is a cast iron contraption you can put on top, but an actual oven, I don't know, maybe. We'll see. I'm missing pizzas though. I'm missing pizzas and making like muffins. Some essentials, building essentials. Gotta have those dirty martinis to keep things in perspective. Helps. And then my sink. So right now I don't have my water system hooked up. I've got all the parts. That's the thing with this. I've got parts, I've got the stuff. It's like trying to get the time and getting into a project and really getting it going. So hopefully holidays are almost behind me and get going on it. But the sink, you know, I got some storage here. I bought these storage bins at Home Depot. They had some wooden bins, and a friend of mine was with me, and she recommended that I just buy those to store stuff in, and then I built the countertop and that to hold on to those or contain those. I don't know what I'm gonna do for a countertop yet. This is some prime plywood. That's it right now. I've been told by other tiny home people that have this, and I've been driving around, they're like, don't do anything with tile, don't do anything with grout. It will crack and separate no matter how well you do it and how cushy of a ride you think you have with your tiny house. It'll flex and it's gonna break. So I'm looking for some countertop ideas, maybe a hardwood, who knows. Here is this Dickinson propane heater, and that is not adequate for these temps. Not to just do that solely and be comfortable. When I'm about 26 degrees plus and it's not howling wind, it's very comfortable in here with that heater. When the wind gets howling or the temperatures really dip, so right now we're lower, I'd have to check it out. It's feeling pretty cold out. You're not going to freeze in here. It'll keep the place warm to a point. I'm talking maybe 55 degrees, 60 degrees. I like my place warmer than that. I like a good close to 70 degree place. I can leave that on and go to work. I can leave it on for a couple of days, you know, no problem, or even a week even, and it'll keep the place from freezing up. So for that, it's adequate. To run it solely off of propane in the wintertime in Alaska, my space, 8 foot wide, 22 feet long, 10 foot high ceiling on one side, that's that side, and a 9 foot high ceiling on this side. Oop, there we go. It's not enough. Maybe with a circulation fan up top, a 12 volt fan maybe. That gets to electricity, and electricity is kind of my pet peeve right now because I don't have it dialed in. I have batteries, and I've got some little stuff like these lights up here. I don't know if you can see that. I've got this like little crane light I picked up on Amazon. They're LED, they're awesome, they're 12 volt. For RVs, they got a USB port. I got 3 of those, one for each bed. And that's what we're using for light and charging phones and stuff if we're not using the generator. But I gotta get some lighting in here. And it's like one project needs to get completed before the next projects happen. And due to finances or weather or whatever, those projects aren't happening. So yeah, it's frustrating. And it gets, it causes me a little bit of grief. So let's go outside. This is my cedar door. I want to get this, gotta finish this trim or do something around this door handle. This was funny. This is one of my things. I built this door. Look how thick this thing is. Right? This 2x4 or 2x6? No, 2x4. So an 1.5 inches, and then I've got this cedar, which is a 1/2 inch, and then there's foam, and then the interior is blue foam, that rigid blue foam. I looked around everywhere for a door handle for a thick door. Nothing here in town, nothing even close to it on the peninsula. It's special order. So I didn't get a door handle on this thing for a while. And finally I'm like, eureka. Just cut the frickin' stuff down and make it an 1.5 inches so you can use a regular door handle on it. And trim it out later. I get caught up in my own things sometimes. Anyways, there we go. That's where I'm at the moment with this, and yeah, it'll be a work in progress. I want to have it mobile and done, almost complete, or complete, I should say complete, don't leave it almost, by breakup. So it is December 26th, 2020. Breakup here can be anywhere April, May of this coming year, and it's got to be mobile and get out of here. I don't know where I'm going to put it yet, but I'm very thankful for what I've got, and have a lot of gratitude for my friends who let me park it here. This is definitely not its final resting place, so I'm going to change that up. Well, with that, I am going to sign off, and hope everyone had a Merry Christmas and have a good New Year, and ciao. Talk to you guys later.